we start recording first. Right.
Gotta push it again.
Oh.
Nice job. What's up, my epic gamer dudes?
What's up? It's Christmas time.
It is indeed Christmas time.
Just to say, it's
on
September.
September 3rd, I believe.
3rd?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's the 3rd. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to upload this today, most likely.
That is true. I'm going to upload this on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
I'll
so
upload this whenever I want to, and then also upload it on Christmas Day again.
that's a good point. We'll take it down Christmas Eve and then re-upload
Exactly.
it on Christmas Day.
We'll get so many views.
Yeah, so we hope
Speaking
you like.
of views, smash that like button down below.
Smash the like button, subscribe for more content.
Otherwise, I will again beat Andrew. Although we are not in an abusive relationship.
No, I don't know about that one.
You abuse me.
Yeah, that's true.
My asshole is very abused.
Shall we start with the tier list?
No, let's get closer
No.
to the mic.
Yeah.
Hi guys. It's me,
Today-
Donkey.
We're gonna have another ASMR video.
This is my video on La La Land.
This is
And Whiplash.
So in this video, I'm gonna be rubbing my hands
gonna be
together. Okay, I think we've outstayed our welcome already.
Okay, right, yeah, anyway, this is the second tier list video.
Yeah, this time it's gonna be really down to earth and serious. you
Yeah,
know?
unlike that last one, which was really serious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, if you're saying that Let's Go Pikachu is not the best Pokemon game, then
Which I am, yeah.
what are you even doing on this channel?
Probably on the bottom,
you know?
actually.
We'll come to that when it comes, okay? I will come
Like
on
me.
that- yeah, thank you.
You gonna get your phone?
I mean,
I can get it for you if you
I
want.
could.
I'm just it's Michael Bublé. This
First?
tier list is going well.
Yeah, okay, it's been like 2 minutes. Right, let's start the video. Okay, so I'm thinking this goes here, this goes here, this
Put 'em
goes...
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Put 'em back,
And
you-
I'm saying we enlarge Platinum just so it covers the entire tier list.
I'd like everyone to know that we did start doing a serious one like an hour ago, and then I had to leave for a call.
Okay, we'll be nice and serious this time. I'll play the game. As
Well,
I
we're about to
play.
finish this song. We'll just wait for this song to finish.
Yeah, that's a good
to be honest.
point.
What do you all think of Christmas time? I love Christmas time. Honestly,
I do indeed
genuinely,
love
my
Christmas
favourite
time.
kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's nice. Last year around Christmas time, we went all singing.
True. That that day where we sang on like the 22nd,
Yeah, some of them.
and then we came back and watched the entire Hobbit trilogy. It was honestly one of my favourite days
That was
ever.
great.
Like we sang, had a good time,
Yeah.
and then went back.
We also earned the big bucks that day.
Got some money and then
Yeah.
hang out with our good friends for like
Yeah.
the entire evening.
Wait, we have friends?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right,
Okay.
go on then, go on to the other one.
Okay, so,
Pause that. Because I was autoplay and we'll look like bad teachers who don't know how to use autoplay on YouTube.
I mean, we don't.
You'll at home have teachers who don't know how to use autoplay. Isn't that relatable? Give us a like button.
Right, let's start the
You
tier
know when the
list.
teaches like puts on a video, then
Shut
leaves it,
up.
turns around back from the interactive whiteboard,
You know
and
what?
then the video starts to autoplay. My favorite part of those interactive whiteboards. Before we get to this this
Christ.
tier list, because you know when they did those little 9-dot recalibration.
Oh
buttons?
yeah, every 5
every-
seconds. Yeah, that was great.
And the teachers who couldn't reach were the best ones.
That was hilarious because they had to jump and reach.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Good times.
With like 4'11" midgets at our school. Anyway,
Pokemon Red.
Pokemon Red.
3 minutes into the video. Let's start the tier list. D.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I mean, if you look outside the window, it is just Christmas. Isn't it
it is right now. There's
Yeah.
snow everywhere.
Snow
There's a
everywhere.
lot of white liquid going outside.
Yeah, that might not be snow.
Thank you for taking the joke that I
Yeah.
said up there. Shameless plugging there.
Well, Mojo, you're usually the one to just say the joke. So,
Come. There
You
we
know.
go.
Ha ha.
Thank you.
D tier.
Why is it D tier?
Because D is for dig, which the game
Well,
is.
this is a serious tier list. Yeah, it's not a great game. I like the glitches. Everything else about it is shit. The plot's alright. The Kanto is trash. It's from one of our least favorite
The
regions.
plot's kind of non-existent. That's the thing. It's just
Yeah.
a kid trying to be the best that no one ever was. Because to catch them was his real quest.
I think we should probably turn
To
this,
train
this
them-
audio down. Stop just saying
Stop
the
interrupting
opening.
my song.
Michael Bublé's interrupting you already.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gameplay is trash. Like once you get to Gen 4, Gen 5, you realize how bad that gameplay is. It's
Yeah.
like there's no physical special split.
We've been spoiled with the recent games.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if
the TM,
even if the most recent game has in itself been complete,
Kanto, and also trash.
complete fucking
But
trash.
that's because it's a Pokemon Go crossover.
That's just because it's a Pokemon game. Let's be real.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we're just getting older. Yeah, I mean like the balancing is trash, and you only need like one Alakazam to win the entire game.
That's true.
and
But
the
hey,
TMs are awful.
Good luck getting an Alakazam if you don't have a Game Boy
Exactly.
link cable.
And the crits solely based off speed.
Yeah, that was a really good feature.
The moves are like so weird. What was it like? Charizard, it's like
Yeah.
Ember.
So Charmander gets Ember in like level 8 or 9, I think it is. And then the next fire type move it gets is Flamethrower as a Charizard at level 40, I think.
Strong.
So yeah,
It's really trash.
it's really good
And like,
moveset
there's some
for
really
Pokemon.
really odd like giving Earthquake to everyone kind of moves.
Yeah, I appreciate how Charizard can learn Dig as a TM. That was a good feature.
It's just not.
Yeah.
The game's alright, and it's got like nostalgia vibes, and the whole like
That's all it's got.
Missing
though.
No and like Professor Oak final fight and Mew glitch.
Yeah.
Those are fun, but those are like not really recreatable anywhere else.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, which is why we're giving it a D. It's not great. It's not the worst ones though.
Yeah. Speaking of
Speaking of
the
worse.
one, yeah, we got Yellow, which is
Decidedly
Cool.
worse. Than
yeah,
the game.
it's
not
kind of worse. in
not
every
F tier.
regard.
'cause
Not
it's
quite F tier because we're saving that for a special game that
for another Kanto game.
Yeah.
Anyway, and maybe Ultra Sun. We'll get there when we get there. Pokemon Yellow. It's an improvement supposedly, but it's actually just worse.
It's not an improvement.
Exactly. They tried to improve upon everything and they just made it worse. They did like a bit of fan service with Jesse and James, who
Yeah.
added absolutely nothing to the plot.
I didn't really give a fuck about Jesse.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
kind of annoyed me. They popped along and annoyed me every 5 minutes.
Telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming
in like
to
120 days.
sound, baby.
120 days, lads.
Yeah. I'm counting down the days already.
Yep.
Pokemon Yellow, they added color.
Which
looks
didn't do anything.
disgusting.
Yeah, because they did like a tiny bit of bit color.
It makes the sprites look worse somehow. That's
Yeah,
an
it does.
impressive
And then like the whole thing about this game is that you have a Pikachu
That
with
walks
you.
behind you,
It's supposedly just the anime, right? That's the whole point
That's
of
what
it.
it's meant to be, yeah.
Because you have Jesse James, you have Pikachu, and what's his name, Gary as an Eevee,
Yeah.
which doesn't evolve.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that Eevee evolve? The
Champion-
entire point of Eevee is that it evolves into multiple things.
Champion fight and Eevee still hasn't evolved. That's really.
I get the point is that
Yeah.
because you can't evolve your Pikachu, but if you're a good trainer, you're just gonna ditch that Pikachu. I'm sorry, mate. You're just gonna put him in the box, and you're gonna get a better electric type. Just to say a Raichu, because you can evolve that shit. The better statistics. There is nothing benefited. You can just get the Thunderbolt TM. I know that he learns Thunderbolt, but you can get a Thunderbolt TM and teach. Realistically, who else are you gonna? I'm angry.
Alright, Mojo,
I'm actually
calm down.
angry.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna
Realistically, who are you actually gonna teach Thunderbolt to apart from your Raichu?
move on. Jolteon.
That's fair.
Also, like a plethora of other Pokemon.
Yeah, but like
Like
not
Ne-
the Pikachu that you get.
What about Nidoking, Gyarados?
I forgot that he does.
Moving on, because we're just gonna get angry.
Awful game.
Gold.
Silver and gold. Always believe in your soul. Anyway,
C tier.
yeah, C tier. The game is better than Kanto, and
That's mainly because
better than
Johto's
first
just.
gen.
It's a better design.
It's an improvement because it's the same.
Yes.
It's the same gaming software, and the
Yeah.
actual thing it's being
Well,
played
it's-
upon is
it's-
not any better.
It's not actually. It's Game Boy Color.
No, but as in like not upon the hardware it's playing upon, but like the actual
Oh.
system with which it is being created is
Oh,
the
I see.
same.
Yeah.
They've updated it. Obviously, they've got a bit of color. They've got new Pokemon. They've got Dark and Steel types now.
A small feature like that they added, which I was kind of happy about, is they added a little animation.
Turn this
but
down a
after,
little.
after the, it's just it sounds loud to us. It's not that loud.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Little feature they added. There was a little like sprite jiggle thing that they do after they come out the Pokeball.
Oh
you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little like quality of life changes that they do.
Yeah. It's just small improvements here and there, which just make the experience a bit better. That being said, the movesets are still fucking.
Oh yeah, they don't get any
Atrocious.
good to Gen 4.
Yeah. Realistic.
Because you still got physical special, no split.
Yeah. You can go back to Kanto, but again, it's
The
Kanto.
the Kanto is a crown run. Once you beat the Elite Four, you just do all 8 gyms so quickly,
Yeah.
and you sort of rush through the secondary plot which they give you.
It's really not that fun, realistically.
Yeah.
It's a nice little feature at the end of the game.
I
but it's not
personally
that
prefer
fun.
the legendaries in this game over Kanto as well.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because they finally make them more central than just Mewtwo's in the Cerulean Cave, by the way,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, fair point.
And I think, aesthetically alone, I prefer the region. Like the tower. It's
Oh
really
god,
nice.
it's so
Yeah.
much better designed. Yeah.
Yeah. There's still some weird in Gen 1 and Gen 2. There's just some weird there's no way you could work this out in a million years unless you do a playthrough of it.
Oh.
Like the pseudo-willow tree, you have to go to the specific area in Goldenrod to get that one water bottle so you can squirt it on the pseudo.
Genius.
Otherwise you can't
It's
get to
like-
Equitix City. Like, what's that all about?
It's obtuse progression like in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
You've barely gotten anywhere. In
I've watched a lot of playthroughs of it though, so I mean, I know what it is like, and it is weird.
It's bizarre, admittedly.
Yeah, anyway, Crystal,
Crystal.
Exact same
it's-
game.
Yep, same fucking game.
apart from, like, the dogs,
Yeah. So
which
instead
don't
of-
make it any better, really.
Instead of getting a magic bird, you get a magic dog. That's it.
Exactly.
Next game. Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing to really add on that.
Ruby.
Ruby. We'd say that's C tier as well.
God, you know my thoughts on Hoenn.
I know I know it's your least favorite region, but it's not objectively a bad game as much as you think it is.
It's better than these pieces of trash.
It's a C tier because
Yeah.
like it's now a new system upon which it's being played upon.
Yeah, the battle animations are a lot more crisp, you know.
Oh, and you're now
they're
like
more crisp.
color feel like it finally works as
Yeah,
well.
colour finally fucking works. Took long enough.
The legendaries that I think better personally for me.
They're very nicely designed.
Yeah.
I really like the designs of Grab and Kyogre.
And as much as like the whole meme about Hoenn is that the music is very trumpet based.
Yeah.
I do actually. You can click on it. It's not going to do anything to the video.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn it down a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. A bit further. As much as it's like, oh, it's all trumpets in the music. Like Hoenn music, I think is personally my favourite so far that we've got out of these three. Mostly because it was 8-bit music for the first two games.
Some of those tracks worked really well. Like the champion battle in Red and Blue
Mm.
sounded really good on 8-bit.
Yeah. And some of them you can feel like they're designed for 8 because once they get to like orchestral scores by the new generations, it doesn't really work.
Mm.
But
Just give me a second.
No, that's fine.
I'm just gonna grab my phone.
I like the legendaries. I get the whole dichotomy between Team Aqua and Team Magma is a bit shit,
a bit total crap. Yeah, agreed.
and the whole offer they're giving to each other is so ridiculous because like you're both just going to level the world. Who cares which one of you is doing it?
I mean, their motivation is literally Team Magma wants more land and Team Aqua wants more water. They don't actually want to destroy the world. They just want more land or more water.
I mean,
Who the fuck signs up for these teams?
We do have yet to say it, but it is Pokemon, so you do have to sort of suspend disbelief for all of them.
Yeah, but that's a bit too much.
Yeah. Emerald.
Same
I
game.
personally prefer.
Same
no,
game.
it's a B tier. It's a B tier. I personally prefer. I mean, I've played both of them, and Emerald was definitely better in my opinion.
No, what's different?
The plot is actually
It's
sizably
been a
different.
long time.
Because the plot it now relies upon Rayquaza coming down and stopping both of Kyogre and
Oh, okay, so there's a bit more
Groudon
team
to the plot.
involvement. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can actually like. There's so many more legendaries you can get with Latios and Latias
Yeah,
as well.
I suppose.
Um,
Okay, I'll put that in the B tier against my better judgment.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know you don't like it, but
I cannot express this enough. I despise the whole.
can't wait to try and argue that Omega Ruby's
There's
S tier
too
game
much
for you.
water.
I can't wait to try and argue Omega Ruby's S tier
It's
advantage.
not S tier.
I know it's not. Fire Red.
It's A tier at best.
Yeah, probably.
Fire Red is A tier.
A tier, yeah. This one is probably. We might go back at the end of this tier list and say this is actually an S tier, but it's just so much better.
It's a vast improvement in every way.
This is what a
on-
remake should be,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Yeah.
It's got the fast battle animations of Ruby and Sapphire. You know, bars go down quickly. Animations are nice. They're visually good to look at, unlike the previous games in the series.
Yeah, and the fighting's actually like smoother and fun.
Yeah,
And it feels better balanced than obviously better balanced than the original Kanto.
they're starting to sort out the movesets at this
Yeah,
point
exactly.
in Gen 3, which is
Although
good.
there's still a bit of issues with like physical special splits.
Yeah.
Because we have yet to get past that issue
I can't believe it took them
to Gen
to
4.
Gen 4
Yeah.
to solve
Took
that
so
issue.
long. Sevi Islands is a really good post game, and it actually gives you like a whole bunch of content which is just not there on the map at the original at the beginning.
It's just, it's better.
And it updates the music. The plot makes more sense.
It does.
I feel like
everything looks better, obviously.
I feel like sort of we're getting an ad.
Oh, nice!
Yes,
it's
we
a
need to skip
Nintendo
this,
Switch ad.
actually.
It's a Pokemon ad.
It's a it is. It's
a Let's
they
Go
can hear us
Pikachu,
talking.
Let's Go Eevee ad.
Yeah, skip it, please. Skip
Oh,
it.
oh, buffering, excellent. I do enjoy
Well,
buffering.
it's just us anyway. Silence. I feel like Fire Red, Emerald, sort of Platinum is like, in my opinion, the sort of golden age of Pokemon.
I would agree to a certain extent.
Yeah. Back to the music.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
We love Shania Twain, we do.
Indeed.
Right, anyway, on to Gen 4.
Gen 4, the best gen, huh?
Well, okay, yeah, fair enough.
S tier.
Diamond is not S tier.
S tier.
Diamond is worse than Platinum.
S tier, baby.
Diamond is worse than Platinum. Where is
Alright.
Platinum? Oh, there it is. I would
No,
not.
we're
I would
not
not
going
put.
to talk about Platinum.
I would
Doesn't
not put,
exist.
I would
Diamond
not put,
superior.
I would
game.
genuinely not put a Diamond like legitimately in S tier.
No, I would agree.
I'd say it's probably a B tier personally. It's just there's a lot. Maybe A tier. I don't know.
I'm just trying to think how much worse it is than Platinum. How much
it doesn't make any sense sometimes that the teams on some of those Elite Four members.
Sorry, are you complaining about Flint's incredibly well-designed team in Diamond?
I am. I'm talking about also like the difference in plot for like the legendary endings.
It's not quite as good.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to say this. For those of you who don't know,
buffering.
Flint's team in Diamond and Pearl. So we got a Steelix, we got a Rapidash, we got an Infernape, we got a Lopunny, and we got a Drifloon. If that is not a good Fire-type Elite Four team, I don't know what is.
I also like the plot is like what is it like? It's like solely Dialga and Diamond, and
Yes.
solely Palkia in Pearl. Sorry.
Let's go B tier. Just
Yeah.
get a nicer spread. Personally, it's somewhere between B and A.
Yeah, it's if it was like a B.5.
B.5. We should definitely
You
add
should
that.
write that in right now. Anyway, yeah, it's just a worse version of Platinum, I think,
Yeah,
and that's all I really have to say about that.
pretty much.
That's all
That's
I
the only
have
thing
to
anyone
say
could say
about
about it now.
Yeah, well,
Alright,
looking back,
let's go on to what
Huh.
many people consider the best game in the
I'd
series.
put this in S.
It's
Personally,
kind of hard not to put it in S.
yeah, it's just such a good game.
It's just very solid.
I can't really think of many faults about it apart from Johto itself.
My main fault is just the repetition of it. The music isn't. It's good, but it's basically all Pokemon music is good in
Yeah.
the series, but it's not.
Pokemon music is
stand
well
out, you know?
composed.
Yeah. And
I mean, some of them slap, and we all know which ones do, but
most of the music doesn't slap in this,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You know, it doesn't have quite the same intensity.
but everything about this game, like, well, apart from plot, the one thing I
It's the most.
Johto's plot is
yeah.
shit.
It is. The plot is undeniably pretty much the worst in the series. It's worse than it is in Fire Red and like. So
Yeah.
you know.
I love this game. The GBA switching function where
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
do like 8-bit music switching.
That's
you can do
good.
like, original music. That's a great choice they made.
I think it's undeniably the most Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
and the graphics feel like Pokemon. Like Gen 6 onwards, they feel very weird to
Yeah.
me. This feels like the
I know
Pokemon
what you mean.
graphics. And this now has like the perfect sort of physical special split. The moves now finally feel balanced. TMs being like you can only use a single time, make it feel like a proper challenge as well
That's true.
sometimes.
My big issue with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which was to do with them trying to get a lower rating, because at the time, if you had gambling in your game, it was automatic
yeah.
rating. So the game corner in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is fucking abysmal, which makes it impossible to.
Funny story. Once we get to Platinum,
TMs.
we'll
Yeah.
talk about when we get there.
So-
I love the because they finally realized how much people want legendary. So there's so much legendary content. At the
Oh
end
my
of this
god,
game.
that's a really good feature as well. Yeah.
I love that. And the Poke Park, like the Pal Park, is quite nice in this as well.
Oh yeah.
And the
And on a realistic level, the Pokewalker was actually quite a nice feature when you got the game.
ironically,
Yeah.
and also like the sheer amount of Pokemon content in this game is quite unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, that's
Yeah, I think undeniable S tier.
yeah. Platinum?
Why did we skip over Platinum?
No, because Platinum's coming to after Heart Gold, I think.
No, it doesn't.
Does it not?
No.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. A tier?
I think S tier.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like Diamond is to B to A. I'd say this is from S to A.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll give my argument for why it's an S tier.
Fair enough.
Okay, so first off, the Pokemon... Can you stop dancing to these tunes?
It's an absolute tune.
Okay. So the Pokemon that you can get in the Sinnoh region are just really good and overall make the experience of the Pokemon game a lot better. In comparison to like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, at the start of the game you can get like a Pidgey and a Rattata, which is standard,
Yeah.
but they're fucking abysmal Pokemon.
Trash, yeah.
Whereas in like Platinum, you can get your HM Slave straight off, Bidoof, which turns into a Water Normal type, so you can basically teach it anything.
Which is one of the better like HM slaves
Yeah.
in all regions.
So, and in a game where HM slaves are kind of essential to everything, you know, it's really good that they just give you that right off the bat. Also, you get a Starly.
Starly's great.
Staraptor,
Staraptor's design and close combat.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
easily the best regional bird to this point.
And this region specifically adds so many good moves to the game, like close combat and like Brave Bird and moves like that, like which are like genre-defining moves now, like which I use in the competitive all the time.
Yeah.
There's so many Pokemon which I use all the time, and the music fucking slaps.
This is probably the best music in the franchise.
Yeah, and it's a very jazzy influence, as you can probably tell.
Yeah.
All the different like night themes, which are great as well, because they finally made a difference between those two.
Yeah. Evil Team in Platinum, it's Team Galactic.
Yeah. I like Cyrus.
It's like
personally.
top 3 evil teams, probably. You know, they're pretty basic, but they do the job very well.
Doesn't have much on white, but still, we'll get there. So yeah, Platinum. I have the gambling is not allowed in British games at this point.
Yeah.
I have an American version of this game.
Whoa.
You're allowed to gamble in that game.
Damn.
So I actually got to gamble. The gambling's shit, to be fair.
Of course,
and you get like 4 coins out of it if you do well, but it was fun to play nonetheless.
Yeah.
I think this nostalgia's affecting us quite a lot for this, but I do love this game.
I mean, Diamond was my first game. I didn't get Platinum until after Heart Gold, I think.
What? Just better, to be honest. And the plot with like the ending with Giratina sort of coming out and trying to stop the 3 Lake Legendaries, which were trash to be fair, but the 3 Lake Legendaries trying to open up Dialga and Palkia.
Oh, here's another ad.
Oh, it's Spyro.
Here comes Spyro.
I forgot that they were putting the Reunited Trilogy on there.
Okay, back to Pokemon.
Switch.
My final point, post game, where you get
the whole the volcano.
Frontier.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, mainly the Battle Frontier. Arguably the best post game in a Pokemon game.
And the gym leader base as well.
Yes, that's true.
That's quite a good one. It's like a replayability.
Yeah.
You get to go back and battle all the gym leaders in a sort of run.
Just that whole island. There's so much to do there.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And the whole volcano thing, which is not a great secondary plot, but like him getting Heatran, is it?
Heatran, yeah.
Heatran out of it. Like the weird scientist is quite fun. I didn't even know that was around for like 2 years after beating the game, so I went back and did it, and it was great.
There's just so much shit to do in Platinum.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Enough of us sucking Platinum stick.
I would suck a Platinum stick.
White. I put this A.
I've been battling so much back and forth between S and A.
I'd personally say A. I know you love this game.
I do. It's either my favourite or second favourite Pokemon game.
Yeah. I don't know. I just because it's such a weird transitionary one because the graphics are weird.
It's probably the least Pokemon game.
Yeah, the graphics are so weird.
I think
it's trying to be this weird sort of bird's eye plane view. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd personally agree with that.
So
I love the music. Yes.
Obviously, in Black and White, you got the best story.
Yeah.
You got the best evil team. I think no one can argue with that.
No, I'd agree with that. Ghetsis is actually a good villain, and his fight is fucking hard.
Oh my god!
Don't come to me until you've beaten Ghetsis in Pokemon White, legitimately.
I'd argue Black and White has the most epic finale of any game. Because you got Victory Road where you got to climb up there, and that's probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, that actual Victory Road is gorgeous.
Yeah,
yeah.
And when you get to the Elite Four itself, you get a really good epic soundtrack. You know.
Pokemon Black and White's music is gold.
Yeah. It's
not gold though. It's
black
and white. Can't use any words because Pokemon's coined them all.
Shit, you're right.
Can't use Sword and Shield.
Can't say any colours.
Honestly. Now we're going on to sort of like intransitory items.
Yeah. If you're counting N as a rival, I'd say he's probably the best rival.
I think N is one of the best written characters in Pokemon.
Because
full stop, really.
He does the Gary thing, you know, where he becomes champion before you, but his character's got like so many more layers than Gary.
And you also go to like his palace before you like see all like he's being raised.
So good.
Yeah, with like in the kids' room.
Yeah, it's my favorite finale to any Pokemon game.
The music in this genre is great.
Yeah.
Admittedly, the thing which does let you down is the Pokemon itself.
Yep, that's basically my only complaint. Also, the region design's a bit linear, but it never feels that linear.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be based off America, and it's supposed to be a sort of it doesn't feel linear because it doesn't obviously feel like you're going to one place then to one place because you can fly anywhere.
Yeah,
but
also it's beautifully paced. It's probably the best paced game in the series.
Yeah. It's just the Pokemon themselves are not that well designed.
That's basically.
And if they were, I think this game would probably be everyone's favorite Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of complaints about literal trash and ice cream.
One of the reasons I do like Black, though, I mean, your point stands very highly, which is why I'm not putting an S tier. But I like some of those, to be fair, just because they're meme-worthy.
Yeah, fair enough. And Vanillux does hit hard when you set him up correctly. Sorry.
I like it because it kind of feels like the original Kanto game, where you get the original 150.
Yeah.
Everything's new, which forces you to make a new team. You can't just rely on Pokemon you've had from old regions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does feel kind of nostalgic for me in that way, even though this wasn't anywhere near my first Pokemon game.
Yeah, no, this was like... this is the second Pokemon game I played.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I thought Pokemon Platinum was the only game. Because I was a stupid kid, right?
I see.
And like 2 years later, I went to CEX, and I was like, damn, there's another Pokemon game. I bought it, I played it, I was like, shit, that was great.
Yeah.
And then I played the other ones, like, oh, they're all awful.
Yep, that's how it goes. Alright, I think I've sucked Black's cock enough.
This big, shelly, thorny cock. Black 2.
Black 2. I think I've expressed my thoughts on this to you quite a bit.
Well, it's not B or C.
Yeah. I can't play this anymore.
I don't know, probably...
It's not a bad game by any means. It's just...
I'd probably say C, personally.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that's being too harsh in it.
I obviously we're being comparative to White and Black. The villain, what's his name? I don't even remember his name. The scientist chick.
It begins with a C.
Cyrus?
No.
That's a bit of a yikes.
He's not a good rival.
I've only played this game once.
It's just boring.
He's not good, and his plot is uninteresting.
I've beaten this game once. It does have some merits. I really like how...
I like how they expand on the region.
That's true. That's a nice feature. I hate some of the new gym leaders.
I do like the new sort of offset cities that they made.
Yeah,
Like the sort of the desert one that they made was really nice.
I think it's got a better post game than Black and White as well. There's really not that much to Black and White's post game. That was another down point I couldn't think of earlier.
This one does have more legendary involvement, if I remember correctly.
It does.
I mean, it obviously involves Kyurem more.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think about the whole DNA splicing with Kyurem and...
I think it's interesting. They didn't really ever use it again, which was a bit of an issue.
It's fine.
I mean, I like it. It just... They made a very philosophical statement with truth and identity with this game, and then it would have been great if they continued along that line, because it was a good one and I liked it, but they sort of just dropped it.
I liked
and they enter X and Y.
Yeah, I liked how it was actually a sequel to Black and White.
Yeah.
How they had returning characters like N. They had the old Team Plasma who were trying to help Pokemon, and then they had the new Team Plasma which were trying to fuck everything up, because it was Getsus who was controlling them.
This is the correct way in Pokemon's terms to actually do a sequel to a game, unlike Ultra Sun to Sun.
That's not really
which we'll get to later.
Though, is it?
X and Y, I think.
I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say about Black and White 2.
The music's exactly the same, apart from for the new cities.
One thing I wish they incorporated.
Victory Road is not as good.
That's true. You know how in Gold and Silver you can rematch Red? Yeah. I don't see why they couldn't have done the same thing with your old character.
They could have
very
easily.
Had a few more references.
Red is not. Red is a much more recognizable character.
Of course he is. But maybe make a few references to the guy who actually, did all this shit 2 years before that game takes place.
That is the weirdest part of the game. It's just sort of acknowledges that you existed, but never really does anything with it.
Yeah, I thought that could have been quite interesting.
Yeah,
but that's all.
X and Y.
X and Y.
That's
too easy.
The weirdest tech demo. The weirdest tech demo of my life.
Wait, you played the demo?
No, X and Y is a demo, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's a weird testing of the 3DS's abilities for Pokemon and the system.
It did work in some ways.
It did. I like the roller skates personally.
I don't see why they had roller skates and a bicycle though.
Yeah, I just don't. I like this game.
It's a big nothing of a Pokemon game.
Yeah, and it's so short.
I really liked Mega Evolution.
Same. I mean, they wasted that every other generation after this, but apart from Omega Ruby, which kind of
it worked
embellished it.
Yeah, I think it worked best in Omega Ruby.
Yeah, same.
I know how it kind of revolved around the plot in X and Y, which was
Omega Ruby and Sapphire was very heavily Mega evolved. That was the whole thing with Mega Rayquaza. But X and Y was just a weird game.
A lot of the new Pokemon were just kind of...
There weren't enough new Pokemon.
I don't remember a lot about any of them.
Fairy was a weird thing to add. I like Fairy now, but like it was a weird thing to just add out of the blue.
Yeah,
I get the dragon needs to be nerfed, but this is a weird way to do it.
Yeah, I really wish they didn't nerf dragon because it kind of ruins.
D. I like the game. I
think I'm gonna put.
We
it
have
in
to be
C.
harsh.
I think I'm gonna put it in C.
C is gonna be out overpopulated.
I know. I don't want to clout overpack C, but at the same time,
just stuck Gen 1 at the bottom.
Yeah.
We're only going to put Gen 1. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
No, I like this game.
I just think it's on the same kind of level as.
Like Lysander and Flare are awful. We must agree on that.
Oh my god, easily one of the worst evil teams.
I go back. Their motives are so weird. They don't have any.
They have motives. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't even remember if there was a post game plot to this game.
I don't remember there was a game to this game.
What do you beat Diantha? Which was a good battle. I enjoyed that.
No, it wasn't. Diantha's fucking.
But the Mega Gardevoir was good.
I've one-shotted.
I jerked off playing that game. Right.
Why did none of the other Elite Four members have
6 members on their team?
6 members or megas.
Yeah. There were only 3 trainers.
There's
6.
There was a few questionable
only
choices.
6 Pokemon in their team in that entire game. Which is your one battle with Serena, who was a good rival in my opinion.
She wasn't.
Diantha, who was an awful champion, and then Lysander, who was an awful boss.
I liked his Mega Gyarados, I suppose.
Why did they make Mega Gyarados a dark type?
Why wasn't it a dragon type?
Too powerful. Anyway.
I mean, yes, but at the same time.
So, Mega Ruby.
Yeah, X and Y is just meh. It's kind of nothing. Mega Ruby.
A.
I want to say no, but at the same time, there's too much good stuff.
Yeah, it's so
to ignore.
Good. If this upon the system it's playing, this is the best 3D Pokemon, definitely in my opinion. The Megas finally make sense because they make a plot linked around it with Mega Rayquaza.
Yeah, the challenge is pretty solid.
Obviously the plot around Hoenn is not great.
No, it's terrible.
But this one feels and looks like Pokemon to me. It really makes you feel like Pokemon.
You gotta feel the Pokemon, you know? You be the Pokemon.
And I just like this game. This is one of the games I have the most hours in.
Yeah, I had about 200 hours in.
Yeah, I have like 600 hours in this game.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mostly like 400 of that were like just me going around in circles on the island breeding. But
oh yeah, can we talk about that for a minute?
That was perfect.
Yeah, that was...
Just hold up.
That is how you make breeding and...
fun. Well, not fun, but...
Fun, but doable.
Usable and, yeah, exactly.
Doable without losing your mind.
I like this game. And the music's...
solid.
Good. The region is still a bit weird, and it's very non-linear.
I don't like the Hoenn region at all.
No, you don't. I like the flying around Latios. That was a great feature.
Yeah, also with the kind of dimensions where you could go fight legendaries.
Yeah, and there were so many legendaries. Yeah, there were so many legendaries.
You could basically fight every legendary.
Every legendary but the ones you get in X and Y, which were Yveltal, Xerneas, and just Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah, good game.
And you finally got to battle May after the Elite Four with an actual like fully evolved starter,
honestly, fuck May.
Rather than Ruby having just the combustion and not fighting her again.
Yeah, May's the worst rival.
Okay, well that's a bit harsh.
It's not. Name a worse rival.
Your
no
Gen 2 rival.
No.
Oh, how? We're about to get to him.
How to? But your friendly rival. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, him.
What the fuck's he even called?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
He's not rated at Oak anymore.
I just remember seeing the trailer for
It's
Let's
me,
Go.
your friendly rival.
Yeah, the trailer for
Let's
Go.
Let's get to Let's Go then. Sun.
Yeah. Sun.
I like.
Woo. It's
It's not E tier. Come on.
C tier.
I'd probably say B. But personally, because I put a lot of hours into this game.
I'm trying to weigh up.
This game was weird.
It's so weird. I mean, it looks better than Omega Ruby and X and Y.
It was a weird breakaway from the franchise's norms. It was like they wanted to try and change the things. 7.
Yeah.
What was it? Challenges on the
island challenge of things because they were trying to replace gyms. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Must have been good. I think B tier is probably fair.
Yeah.
But it's kind of between C and
Just
B.
stick it in B.
Yeah.
There's too many in C.
Whatever.
I like this game. Legendary's a bit weird.
Yeah. Why is it a steel type?
And all the Ultra Beasts afterwards was a bit weird as well. Lily was the worst character ever written. Changed my mind.
At least she had sort of.
She was shit. All right.
She had a character, and she had a character.
She
arc.
existed to be saved, and she never stuck that fucking Cosmo in a fucking wall. And if she did, the entirety of this region's plot would be ruined.
You know what I just wish she wasn't so annoying. Because if she wasn't annoying, I'd like her as a character. But the fact is,
Yeah, she's
she
annoying.
is so
And
annoying.
if she just stuck that Cosmo in a bag, you know.
I'll stick her in a bag.
Honestly, stick her in a body bag now.
Yeah.
The game was good, without being
Did
great,
anyone else
essentially.
predict the plot within the first 5 seconds of the game?
It's Pokemon.
You know, the evil team's actually the Aether Foundation. Wow,
everyone
no
knew-
one saw
Everyone
this
knew
coming.
that, but when they watched the trailers, Team Skull obviously wasn't the villain. Although Team Skull was a great team, solely because it was hilarious.
Team Skull is great.
Guzman was a great villain.
Just because Team Skull is a parody on every single other Pokemon team, and that's
and that
hilarious.
one Team Skull village was great. I love that village.
Yeah, that was a really good feature at the end of the game. Yeah, this game had difficulty in some areas.
That's true.
Champion Kukui, what the fuck was that? This guy was swapping in and out Pokemon.
That man knew actually when you to trade. Yeah, that was good. He was
guy,
good.
That guy knew how to battle.
And he also
Fuck.
wore little, and that made me horny.
Yeah, I need to adopt his style.
Ultra Sun.
Ultra Sun. I haven't played this.
It's a better game than Sun, which makes me angry.
This game came out a year after Sun.
But
and
I
refuse to buy it.
The game itself is better, but everything else about it makes me want to put it so much lower. Because the fact that they're scummy enough to release the same game with a few quality of life changes, which made it better.
Yeah.
I want to put it in D tier.
You want to put it in
But
D
it's
tier.
probably in B tier.
I mean, if we're putting this in B tier, we kind of have to put Sun and Moon in
No,
C tier.
no, we don't though. Because
Kinda
the games are both.
Can we
The
just
games
shove
are
it
both.
halfway?
You can if you want. The games
Yeah.
are both B tier in completely different regards. So,
Yeah.
So I've played this game. The end of game, the post game is really nice because you get to like battle every single different villain. There's a nice quality of life changes. Like the region is much more vibrant in color and tone, and the music's better. And there's a quick save function now, and like the region is a bit different with like sticker totems, and there's a few different changes, but there's not enough of a change.
Okay.
And the plot is the most confusing, shitty thing I've ever seen in my life. They tried to make like a different dimensional, multi-dimensional kind of plot.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it's like, what? I'm just trying to play Pokemon, man. I'm just trying to catch some funnies and stick them in some Pokeball. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And then they had this sort of same weird Black 2 vibe where it was like you've made it's 2 years later,
yeah.
but it's also in a different region
So
completely.
wait, so this is actually a sequel to
no,
Sun
but
and
because it's not in the same Alola. It's in a different Alola dimensionally.
Moon?
But they still have references to you existing in the other Sun and Moon.
Wow, that's retarded.
Yeah, and I like the game.
Mate,
And
I'm moving this down to B tier just for that.
Yeah, I personally would have preferred it if they just released that game and never
Uh-huh.
touched Sun and Moon ever.
Yep, good shout.
I still understand why Pokemon needs to now have a game release every year. Don't release Sword and Shield. It looks shit. Please work on it. Please, wait another year. Wait, please. Make the graphics look better. Give us an entire national dex. Do something. Make it.
Okay. Alright, my personal big problem with Sun and Moon is their overemphasis on story when the story is so utterly abysmal.
Yeah.
Black and White had the best emphasis on story because it didn't overshadow every other aspect of the game, but it was a good, solid Pokemon story.
Yeah.
And now here we go to
Stick that in the F tier.
to the big boy himself.
Stick it in F tier.
This game.
Stick this trash in F tier.
This game.
I don't even want to talk about this
goes in
game.
F tier.
I don't even want to look at this game.
No.
Just, leave it there.
We got to talk about Let's Go Pikachu. Let's Go
Just makes me
Pikachu.
angry.
It really. I got rid of this game within a month of buying it, and I pre-ordered the fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't good. I beat this game, and the moment I beat it, I stopped playing.
Okay, so let's be fair. Let's talk about some positive things, just so we can.
The music slapped.
The music is just a remix.
Updated orchestral versions of Kanto music was good.
That was good.
But that's only because it hadn't been done since Fire Red.
The game also looked good.
Yeah, it did. Although the fact that you could see the ledges now, and it was in a view where you could see how high the ledges were, which was stopping you from going over them, made me pissed because you could just put your knee on them and go
Yeah,
over.
that was a bit retarded.
Okay, now let's talk about the trash.
Alright, I got.
Nope.
I think I got one more. Maybe. Give me a minute. I can think of one
Rule
more
of
positive.
HMs.
No,
you can't.
No, I can't.
Okay, here we go. You can't battle wild Pokemon. What?
That pisses me off so much.
What?
Who thought this was a good idea?
You have to catch Pokemon in the Pokemon Go style. We understand Pokemon, that you need
Yeah.
to try and incorporate a game where you crossed over the demographics between old hardcore fan Pokemon players and the new entire demographic you brought in with Pokemon Go players, but not by installing an entire Pokemon Go aspect into the game, like throwing.
What they should have done is what they did with Mewtwo, you know, at the end of the game, where you have to defeat Mewtwo and then catch it with the shitty Pokemon Go mechanic.
Yeah.
I'd be okay to a certain extent with the catching mechanic if it at all worked with the Joy-Cons, but it doesn't.
Okay, so and then the CP inclusion, well, that did nothing for the game.
That was hilarious. Me and you did that a bit, didn't we?
And what were the candies for, apart from to making a... The game was so ridiculously easy, and then you gave us a second character, and
the reason I got rid of the game was because it was so easy. I was just using Pikachu.
I was so bored. I just played the game.
Boring.
I walked through it, and I remember playing the game because I just
the game is
easily went through it.
It's at such a huge disconnect with fun, you know. It's just nothing. There's no reason.
And once you get to there's no challenge. Once you start, you're just never going to lose.
And then we got our friendly
And then you
rival.
can see the Pokemon and walking around.
I
liked that.
I quite liked that. That was the positive that I was going to talk about. I knew there was something. I liked how you could see them walking around, because that kind of eliminates the frustration of just trying to find the right Pokemon.
You know what? If in Omega Ruby, you could fly on Latios and Latias.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put that in Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu? That would have been so
true.
good. It was supposed to be a love letter to Kanto, because it's been the first thing on the Switch for Pokemon. Just do that. You could clearly do that on Omega Ruby on the shitty 3DS hardware. Why can't you do it on the Switch's hardware?
That's true. Also, you only get 151 Pokemon.
Exactly. Not using any of the things like Omega Evolution or like Z moves.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
Which makes me angry.
It's just a big fucking no. And also, last thing.
Sword and Shield.
Last thing before I talk about this. What is this box art? It looks.
Please make it smaller and put it in F.
No.
No, because
this looks like a 5-year-old drawing.
I want to have a legitimate tier list.
Look at it.
It does look awful.
It's hideous.
And the grass is so weirdly out of place compared to like the toy version of Pikachu.
Yeah, there's like 2 blades on the right and 2 blades on the left, and it just looks. Oh
my god! It just makes me angry. Remove this from the screen.
Fuck me.
Put him in F. Stick him where he belongs.
Don't worry. I'm putting him down to size and then making him much smaller. There we go.
It just makes me angry.
It's just, can we just appreciate how Pikachu is in...
The only 3 which are at the bottom of Gen 1 Kanto game.
Exactly.
Hey, we gave Fire Red an A tier, alright?
Yeah.
I think this is quite a good tier list.
I think we've been fair.
And we've tried to remain objective, despite the fact that our negative thoughts got into Let's Go Pikachu at the end.
Yeah. I think we've been pretty fair.
I hope you enjoyed the lovely Christmas tunes in the background, viewer.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, well, fuck you. It's almost Christmas, alright? It's September time.
September 3rd, bitches.
Right.
We're basically there.
And Pokemon Sword and Shield looks like it's going to be shit.
Yep.
And that's really all I have to say about that.
So we're gonna have to make a new tier list when Sword and Shield comes out.
I'm going to play that when it comes out.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're going to be at uni.
Fuck you, right?
We'll do it once we get back for Christmas.
Yeah.
Right, well, viewers.
It's been
You know how we started this video? ASMR. Love you. You should subscribe. You should like,
subscribe for more or less content.
Love you.